Shit. This is what I'm feeling like. Da, 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 da. Let me tell you what I'm feeling like. Da, 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 da.
Right,
Like
but
Zion can't shoot, and that motherfucker get busy.
Yeah, but that would have to do with two things. What position would you want to come in as?
The one.
All right, so if you want to come in as a one, you got like Ja Morant, but it's not a lot of guys that just come in, just get into the bed. Most of the top guys, Steph, Luka, Devin Booker, Trey Young. Them dudes got Dame. They got unlimited range, so they can score from anywhere, even if they can't get to
Trey,
the basket.
listen, motherfuckers don't really pay attention because Trey can shoot.
But he get to the basket.
He get to the basket, and he's really not that great of a shooter. He can hit that shit, but he's not a great shooter.
He's not Steph Curry shooter, but he'll shoot a high volume of them, and he can knock them down.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? He can knock them down. But as far as just like, because I don't think a lot of times, like if you take 10 open shots, dishing it to Steph and Trey, I think you'll see the difference there. Steph might hit 7, 8. Trey may hit like 3 or 4. You know what I mean? But they can do a lot of the same things. But I do agree. I don't think his jumper is like that. How about Zion Williamson? The Pelicans, like Zion in the last year, he received a lot of criticism. He was huge at one point, pause. We all know that. We thought that he was going to eat himself out the league. Some people was calling him Zion Oliver Miller. You know what I mean? But he's back. The Pelicans are a top team in the Western Conference. Not a lot of talk about Zion being an MVP. Keep it a C note, Vito. Should Zion Williamson be considered for MVP this season?
I don't think so.
Why not?
I'm looking at his numbers. His numbers is 25, 7, and 4. It's at least 10 guys with numbers that's better than that.
Right.
So I don't feel like, even if if they become the number one seed, he might get.
Well, as a recording, they're the number one seed.
Yeah, but I'm saying throughout
the season. You talking the whole season?
Yeah, okay. Because I throughout the years I've noticed, and I've seen Kenny Smith say this: the best person on the best team usually gets the nod.
Right.
So that might help him, but as it stands right now, I don't think he's the MVP.
Right, I agree with you, but I agree with you for a different reason. My thing is, last year, the end of the season, middle of the season, they got C.J. McCollum. They started gelling. They went to, the playoffs? You know what I mean? So, not saying that Zion 25 don't matter or nothing, but I think that this was going to be a good team. I don't know about a number one team, but if you take Zion away in them 25 points, maybe you get 15 from somebody else, another player, but I do think they're a good team. The big fella.
Jackson Hayes?
Nah.
Valanciunas?
I think you talked about him before. Valanciunas, he is really, like, I remember Valanciunas in Toronto. He maybe could hit that little jump hook. That boy hit threes and everything now. He definitely be getting busy. And realistically, nobody can keep him off the boards. Like, I watch a couple games, he be punishing them little slim dudes on the boards. So, that's my reason. Not saying that, I see what you're saying, because a lot of times the best team.
Yeah.
But Devin Booker and them was the best team recently. He wasn't no MVP. So just because you the best team, you might have the actual best team. I think they actually have a good team. Brandon Ingram, good young player.
They definitely got a good team.
C.J. McCollum, great role player. I think Zion a mismatch, so that works.
My thing is with that best team, if you're not the reason why you could be the best person on the team, but if you're not the reason why they're the best team, you shouldn't be in consideration.
Right.
Because you could be the number one team, and it could just be a whole team effort while y'all the number one team.
Right. So let me ask you this. I don't know if you've seen it, but people were going crazy over the weekend. Houston Rockets versus Milwaukee Bucks. Jabari Smith, he stopped Giannis. I believe Giannis had like 18 points. And Jabari Smith was trending on Twitter for like two days. All his highlights, blocking Giannis shot and all of that. They're saying that They found somebody that could match Giannis and all that. You buying that hype?
Fuck no.
Why not?
Listen, in every era, it's a handful of players that can't be stopped. The only person that can stop them is them. They might be having an off game.
That's what I'm saying.
Jabari Smith, I like a little bit from what I seen from him, but he's not stopping y'all. He too light in the ass. He can't stop that.
Right. It's crazy because a lot of people on Twitter, especially, I be on Twitter heavy because everything that's going on be trending on Twitter. And one of the things I seen is everybody was saying they thought Jabari Smith was a bust. And then he did this to Giannis, and he did that. I'm like, this one game,
Right. Like,
people going crazy.
Do it for 2 or 3 seasons, and then you
and,
be
and listen, don't quote me. It'll be on the screen, but he shot like 1 for 9, 2 for 10, some bull crap. So he used all his energy playing defense.
Mind you, he's played against way worse people who've given him the gas. So
Right.
I don't see him stopping Giannis.
Okay. It's a lot of talk right now. A lot of teams trying to get John Collins. I know you value John Collins a little bit. I value him a little bit. Should Atlanta trade John Collins? And if they trade him, what team you think should be a good team? Certain teams showing interest. The Nets, the Jazz, the Wizards, and also the Mavericks.
Now, do I think they should trade him? Only if they plan on getting rid of Trey.
Why you say that?
Because
to rebuild it?
No, because him and Trey play good together.
Okay.
I feel like John Collins is one of them type of players that is as good as his point guard.
Right.
So if they do trade him, the team I think he should go to, Phoenix.
Phoenix was trying to get him too.
Because of Chris Paul.
Right.
Chris Paul make them type of guys who catch that shit off the bounce.
Right.
He make them guys all-stars.
Right.
And he'll that'll be a perfect fit for that team.
Here's my thing. Because I don't think you should trade him neither. But it's like, what's the whole thing with John Collins? Why is every year his name and trade talk like he's a bum or something?
I don't know.
That's first.
Because he can shoot now, too.
Yeah, but second, him and Trey, like you said, they got great chemistry. They both come in playing under each other for the last couple years. Why do NBA teams do that now? Why they don't let these players grow out? They instantly trade one player. I know it's about money. But I don't think it should always be about money. John Collins, I don't think is one of them guys you should trade. Now, they got Clint Capella and all that, but like you said, John Collins then added to his shot. Mm-hmm. He can stretch you out to 3-point range and all that. He's athletic. He makes sneaky blocks and all that too. So I'm just confused, like why he's always in trade rumors like he's a bum. But I do like Chris Paul and Phoenix, but my thing is this. Chris Paul ain't got that much longer to go. I'd rather see him out of them teams. I'd rather see him go play with Luka.
No, because people tend to make the mistake of thinking, like, when Westbrook was getting double-digit assists, you might get 10 assists in the course of a game, but that don't make you a straight-up passer because Luka does not really. If you watch the games, that motherfucker shoots the ball every time.
He does, but this is what I would say. First of all, John Collins would be the best player Luka has played with. Pause. And then at the end, especially at the end of quarters, because my thing is when you watch Dallas, when Luka does go to the bench, they have okay players, but they don't got that guy that you can go to. Yeah. John Collins, to me, is that guy that can sneak you 6 points and 6 points, 2 rebounds, and a block while Luka was. And don't get me wrong, Christian Woods is good with them too, but I just think if he have that athletic guy, because Christian Woods could play center, they both can really because of this new age. But you got Christian Woods coming off your bench with Luka and your starter is John Collins, I think that'd be good money. And to me, Luka don't pass like that because he's never had that one player that's like, all right. Like, he's passing the Powell and all these other jokers that's so to me.
Yeah. But both of their guards are more so ISO guards. Him and Spencer and Luka,
yeah,
they more ISO guys.
Hardaway too. Really, Hardaway hit a knockdown spot up shot, but Hardaway really, if you watch him from Michigan, he want to play with the ball in his hands too.
Yeah, but he more catch and shoot guy because he can't really dribble.
He can't, but he does want to play with the ball in his hand. So yeah, those are my thoughts. But the Nets, they were trending. They was like the bid on social media. They offered Joe Harris in a package for John Collins. Should we call him an Uber?
Yeah.
Why you say yeah?
Because Joe Harris been invisible for the last. I don't even remember when he started becoming visible, but I remember at one point.
When was he visible?
I was at one point where he couldn't miss before KD and all them got over there. It was a point he could not fucking miss.
I'm glad you said that, right? Because I was just looking at old highlights of Josh Allen, Spencer Dinwiddie, Karis LeVert.
Josh Allen?
Yeah, that's from the big fella.
Jared Allen.
Jared Allen, sorry. When they was all on Brooklyn. And I know they end up with KD. You can't get a KD or a Kyrie like that. And they had D'Angelo too. But I think some of them guys, I think that nucleus, that young talent, was something the Nets should have kept. I think they chased the name. Mm-hmm. Even when you look at it, D'Angelo Russell ain't been the same since he left the Nets. Karis LeVert is a guy that you could have kept there. You know what I mean? He gets busy, but he could have got busy there. Mm-hmm. Dinwiddie does him. And you know, you got the big fellow over Cleveland, he hooping out. I don't know if you need to call me an Uber, but I think Brooklyn, even though none of them guys are better than KD or Kyrie, I think Brooklyn should have kept that nucleus. Yeah. Because that's when you're saying Joe Harris was rocking out to me.
He was. That's exactly what it is. He was right. Because I feel like with KD and Kyrie on the team, this motherfucker should be wide open
every time.
Every time, but he's still been invisible since they've been there.
But I don't think it be that. To me, I think it be when you're playing with somebody or two people that's ball dominant, and you're like running on eggshells the whole game. Should I shoot it even though I'm open? Should I shoot it? Should I pass it? You know how some people be hesitating and all that. Because KD is supposed to get 30 shots a game and Kyrie is supposed to get 24, 25 shots. Do I shoot this shot? Do I not shoot it? I
can understand that for a guy who is like a slasher or a passer. Joe Harris' only reason to be in the league is because he can shoot.
Yeah, but that don't mean it don't mess with your psyche.
That's true.
That don't mean because we don't know what KD and Kyrie is saying to Joe Harris after he missed 2-3 in a row. I was open. Pass me the ball, dickhead. Like you don't know. So sometimes you have guys walking on. Like I tell a crazy story, right? Real quick. Nah, I'm gonna leave that story alone. We in week 15, NFL. Vito, what up, though? The Niners are looking good. Hey, listen. Listen to what I'm saying. I think I may get a Brock Purdy jersey. I think that might be the jersey I wear. But listen, we in week 15, Vito. Keep it a C note. Don't be biased. You know, we received a lot of criticism last week, but we're going power rankings. Who's the top 5 teams in the league? And I know it changes every week, so I know it changed for you. It definitely changed for me. Who's your top 5 teams in the NFL coming into week 15?
My power rankings only changed by one team.
Okay.
I took the Vikings out. And I put Buffalo back in. So I got Buffalo at 4, Buffalo at 5.
Okay.
KC at 4, Dallas at 3, Eagles at 2, San Fran at 1.
Okay, so let me ask you one question before I give you my list. Dallas with the Houston Texans thing.
They struggle, but Kansas City struggled too.
Okay, shout out to that. The reason why I asked you that because Kansas City didn't make my top 5 again. Minnesota is also not in my list. But at number 5, I got Dallas at 10-3. Mm-hmm. At number 4, new entry. A lot of people are sleeping on this team. The runners up in 2022, man. 9-4 Cincinnati Bengals.
I am sleeping on them.
Come on, man.
You're right.
Come on, man. Joe Burrow, Y'all better, if y'all keep sleeping on Joe Burrow, you're going to look up and he's going to be in the Super Bowl a second year in a row. That team is official. I'm not even going to say that. Joe Burrow is official.
No, that team is official. Joe Burrow is official, but that team
the reason why I say
official.
Joe Burrow is official, he's like on a 6-game winning streak. And in them 6 games, every game he's lost a receiver that didn't play in a game. He hasn't had his start and run. He says, listen, whoever you put out here with me, I got you. Yeah. And to me, since he's my number 4, people, y'all
I feel like Joe Burrow is like a more mobile Eli Manning.
Call him one.
No, listen.
He's way better than Eli.
No. Don't disrespect Eli.
Don't disrespect Joe.
Nigga, watch Joe. Watch some of them passes. When that blitz in, he throw that shit up like Eli used to do and turn his motherfucking back. I'm talking about when Eli get hot. Yeah, he can't be stopped.
But Joe always get hot. Eli, you gotta.
No, he don't, because if you watch some of them in some of them games when they was taking away Chase, Joe Burrow, he was fucking. He didn't know what to do. But I'm saying
this year he ain't really had Chase like that.
But I'm talking about in the playoff games when they was taking any game last season. Because I didn't see too many games this year. I know any game last season when they took away Chase, they either lost the game or he looked bad.
Yeah, well, this year, just on last year, all 3 of those guys, if you take Chase away, T. Higgins was 1,000-yard receiver, Tyler Boyd was 1,000-yard. But what I'm saying is this year, he done won games with T. Higgins. And I'm talking, what I mean by T. Higgins is Tyler Boyd may have played, but didn't get looks, didn't do nothing. And it was like only T. Higgins was there. He's won games with Joe Mick. He's won with whoever you put him out there. And on the low, they're on a 6-game winning streak.
Yeah, I like that.
So, number 3. And I don't know why I got them at number 3, but I do. I got Buffalo.
Buffalo too up and down for me. So
yeah,
I got them at 5.
I got Buffalo just because they've been consistently in my top 5. That's why I kept them. Number 2, shout out to you, Vito. I got the.
Don't shoot me out if you got me at 1, baby.
Shout out to you, Vito. I got y'all at number 2. The 49ers, they are 9-4. They are number 2 on my power rankings. Number 1, I got the Eagles 12-1. And listen, Vito, you a piece of crap. Because that little clip that surfaced last week had people really thinking like, yo, are you an undercover Eagles fan?
Shout out to me, man. Yeah, because you just did the math for me. You got the Eagles at 1. That's self-explanatory.
What's wrong with the Eagles at 1?
Nothing, but it's just adding to what I'm saying.
Ah, come on. Call him a Uber.
Shit. This is what I'm feeling like. Da, 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 da. Let me tell you what I'm feeling like. Da, da, da.